Alright, so this lesson from the book of the Essence, this goes shape the foundation of all of the Christian teachings we have ever been taught before. Like, because when me discover this shake up my foundation. And yeah, we're willing to share this because it's very important to understand. So we're going to talk about who told the first lie. Now, once we say that, when we say that to you, automatically, instantly in your head, you jump to a conclusion because schema in your temple. You jump to the conclusion and say, oh, simple, I serpent. A serpent tell the first lie, etc., etc. God not Eden. You say your brain start click. Now, we go critically analyze that text, that story, that account, right? Genesis chapter 3. We see if we can deduce who tell the first lie, right? So, Genesis chapter 3 and verse 1. It starts off by saying, now the serpent was the most cautious of all the wild animals of the field that Jehovah God had made. So it said to the woman, did God really say you must not eat from every tree of the garden? No, we'll stick up in our summits for that. You probably read that and say, well, God never said that, so therefore that I want to lie. But hold on, you jump to a conclusion. Right there say it was a question. The serpent asked a simple question. And it just like if you're in a class and you say, wait, did the teacher really tell us say we can't eat in a class? Well, the teacher never said that, right? But did you say a lie? All I do is ask a clarification. So right there, so a lot of people jump to the conclusion and say just because you said that. Because that's what me under the program say on me, say just because you said that I first like, no, hold on. I just want to clarify, I want a question. Ask clarification. What the exact thing God said? And we go figure it out. Who tell the first lie? Jehovah God also gave this command to the man. From every tree of the garden you may eat to satisfaction. But as for the tree of the knowledge of good and bad, you must not eat from it. For in the day you eat from it, you will certainly die. So my question is, did Adam and Eve die in the very day that they ate from that tree? You see people are reacting to my video and they might try to twist it. Like they might say, oh no, they died spiritually. They died spiritually that day.
Genesis, when God told Adam, the day you eat of the fruit, you shall surely what? Die. Now, when Adam and his wife ate the fruit, instantly they died spiritually.
And further, even though they say the moment they eat from the tree, they die spiritually. So go see if not even named spiritual death. But we'll continue further. It says in verse 8. Later they heard the voice of Jehovah God as he was walking in the garden about the breezy part of the day, right? And the man and his wife hid from the face of Jehovah God among the trees of the garden. And Jehovah God kept calling to the man and saying to him, where are you? Finally, he said, I heard your voice in the garden, but I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid myself. But my question to you is this. If Adam and Eve did spiritually dead the moment after they eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and bad, if they spiritually died that exact moment, how could they still talk to God? Remember, Adam didn't get expelled from the garden. So that means they didn't come out of God's presence, and that was spiritual death. If you go to Genesis chapter 4, right? Genesis chapter 4 and verse 13 and 14. This is after them come out of the garden and they have children. Cain literally kill Abel. Literally, all this take place now. I will go see what Cain say about God's presence, right? In Genesis chapter 4 and verse 13 and 14, it says this. At this Cain said to Jehovah, the punishment for my error is too great to bear. Today you are driving me from the land, and I will be hidden from your face, and I will become a wanderer and a fugitive on the earth, and anyone who finds me will certainly kill me. So if Cain, when they say you are still able to be in God's face, that means that in His presence. If Cain may still be able to be in God's presence even after the fall, even after they get kicked out of the garden. So that means that the presence of God wasn't geographically located, never there in Eden. I will go back to the other things where the serpent said. Deceive the serpent, tell a lie. So first of all, the serpent said, you will not die, right? And we know for a fact, say Adam, on the day when they eat of it, them never drop dead, because Adam in Genesis chapter 5 and verse 3, it says, Adam lived for 130 years, then became father to a son in his likeness, in his image, and he named him Seth. After becoming father to Seth, Adam lived for 800 years, and he became father to sons and daughters. So all the days of Adam's life amounted to 930 years, and then he died. Right? So Adam never dropped dead on the same day as God when tell him saying he would have dropped dead when he eat from a tree. Right? That never take place. Next thing, it says, for God knows that in the very day you eat from it, your eyes will be opened. Right? So again, you go to verse Genesis chapter 6. It says, afterwards, she also gave some to her husband, who, when he was with her, and he began eating it, then the eyes of both of them were open, and they realized they were naked. So, see next part again. They eat from a tree, their eye get open. So, that's strike number 2, right? So you have to take them off these serpents. In verse 5 again, it says, and you will be like God, knowing good and bad. You go to Genesis chapter 20. Yeah, that's why you have to read the end. You have to study. And I tell you, you have to study this, right? Then it says, you go to Genesis chapter 20, chapter 3 and verse 22. It says, Jehovah God then said, here the man has become like one of us in knowing good and bad. Stop right there, sir. Right? So, right there, so, again, every single thing where the serpent said come true. Ladies and gentlemen, the way how the church teach this is a lie, then twist it. Then tell us that the serpent are the bad guy. And that then tell you, they tell you the entire story. I say, we are in this because of the snake. And they make the snake look evil. On the drawing them, the snake look so evil, like him are the bad guy. And even if you think about it for yourself and even read it and analyze and say, hold on, every single thing where the serpent said come true. The serpent told no lies. So who are the real bad guy?